Warrior G6. So today's going to be, I guess, the first day of the customizer for the G6 is going to be out. I've been very lucky to get the customizer early. If you watched the last video, kind of the in-person breakdown, there's some new features. We're going to get to all that later. Right now I want to show you the customizer, the new specs, the new graphics, shall we say. G6 regular, G6 classic. So off the hop right here, this is the regular G6, this is the normal G6, and then you have the classic graphic. I personally like the classic graphic better. I find every single year the G6 kind of looks the same. On the classic graphic though, the G5, they changed it, they added the knee slots like the pieces over here and here. That's kind of new. I think it looks good. They changed the side of the classic pad, so everything looks just a little bit more organized, I found. But these are the graphics. This is your options. If you're going stock, you only have the G6 stock option for the graphics. I'm gonna start with the classic graphic because that's what I like. I do like the trim that you get on the side. That's always a nice option. I enjoy. Silver is our base today because it is neutral. Works with almost anything. Okay, maybe you're in the whole color roll thing. All right, maybe you want the inside colored. I don't like the inside colored, so I'm gonna leave that white. You also noticed on the knee roll or on the inside knee stack, I know a lot of people are gonna ask about this, the new slide plate. We're gonna get to that towards the end and all the specs. I'm gonna go over the graphic first here. So the knee rolls, I like this option to have them colored. You can get all three colored, I believe, if you want. I personally, my taste would be to leave the middle one white. I think that looks great. You also have the knee slots, so you put the top one whatever color you want. I think that looks really sharp. I think this looks really good, actually. This is probably my favorite option, my favorite scheme, if you want to call that, for the custom G6 Classic graphic. This is what the blocker looks like up close. This is the glove. The glove looks almost identical to the G5 Classic, the G4 Classic. I think they had a G3 Classic as well. Very similar graphics across the board. I know Warrior's kind of gone for the whole team-friendly graphics. It's going to work no matter what team you play on. I personally would love to see companies start coming out again with these like sharp, bold graphics. The Brian's Demon, Bauer Supreme 100, the Reebok Revoke. I think that was a great graphic. A lot of people don't like it. A lot of graphics these are kind of dull. There's the G6 Classic. We'll go with the normal G6, the stock graphic. Leg channels, colored leg channels, really popular these days. So we'll go with a red leg channel. Black stitching again, that looks great. And that right here is my stock G6 graphic. There's the blocker. Blocker doesn't look bad. I think the pads look really sharp. Again, a lot of people are going to sound off in the comments. This is classic Warrior. Same graphic, same look, same everything that they do every single year. If you're expecting something different, you came probably to the wrong place. Okay, so let's look at some specs now. So the customizer has changed. There's some more custom options. I wish Kirk was here to explain this. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to be the one to do it. And that's all right. There's a senior and an intermediate option. The intermediate option clearly has less specs. So for example, if you want the intermediate, you have no option. You have a stiff top brake and a medium brake, no outer roll brake, long wide stock leg channel, long calf wrap, stock ARS heel strap. Basically, they lock in all your specs, it would appear. When you go intermediate, obviously the options change again. There is no 6.1 on the intermediate glove. I'm surprised you can get a practice palm on the intermediate glove. That's kind of interesting. You're locked into a single T, removable palms. Basically, everything is locked in if you want the intermediate. You don't get any options outside of full ride, regular handed. Now, on the senior blocker, you have the 20-degree blocking board and the 35-degree blocking board. So basically, you have the blocker like this. It curves. You're going to get more curve in the 35. You're going to get less curve in the 20. Simple as that. If you want the removable palms, you got them. You want them built in. All right, you want a double T, you want a single T. Your brake angle, you want a 90 degree, you want a 75 degree. You can get that full right. Obviously, that should be an option. Practice palm. Keeping in mind here on the G6 glove, the 6.1 is going to be what I would say is a 580. Warrior doesn't want me saying or wanting any advertising that it's a 580 clone, but it's engineered to be a 90 degree brake, which by definition is a 580. So if you want the 580 style, you go with the G6.1. If you want the traditional G6, the G series glove, you go regular G6. G6.1 is 580, G6 is not. Everything else is pretty straightforward. I believe when I had my G4 set for college a couple years ago, I had the extra large palm. So I'd probably go with that. I got pretty big mitts, got big hands, so what they say about big hands, right? Sizing, they go, oh Lord, they have lots. So you can get a max of 38 plus 2. You can go all the way down to a 32 plus 1. The max thigh rise is gonna be a plus 3. So lots of options. There is no Bauer where everything's a 35-1, 36-1, or a large XL, whatever you want to call it. Now again, you're gonna get the one-piece option on the pad or a two-piece. So for example, the stiff top brake, medium bottom brake, gonna be a one-piece pad. Stiff top brake, soft bottom brake, that's gonna be a two-piece pad. You want the two-piece, top, medium, soft bottom, that's a two-piece pad. So depending on what you want, a one-piece is gonna be a lot stiffer. two-piece, a little bit more flexible, a little more soft. Outer roll brakes, you want one, you want a single brake. I like a single brake. I like a stiff pad with a single brake, so that's what I would go with. Now with the leg channel options this year, they have a long and wide, which is the stock. It's what you've had every year on the G series, and it's what I had on my G4 set for college. You're also gonna have a long and narrow, so instead of it being wider, it's gonna be more like a V2, like a tighter fit leg channel. You're gonna have the short and wide, so instead of it being, let's say this long of a piece is gonna be this long, it's gonna be a little bit shorter. And then short and narrow. So they really have all the options dialed in. Do you like a tighter fit? Do you like a looser fit? On my 20.1 pads, my Nord 20.1s, I have a shorter leg channel, that's a shorter piece, so it's not making as much contact. I have more freedom of movement in my skate, I find. If I had a longer piece, let's say like an old school Reebok Premier 4 or a Vaughn V2, it's all the way down to my skate and it's covering the whole thing. So here in the heel strap, you have the ARS. So the ARS is their active response toe system. It's for the heel strap, it's for the toe tie, it's the bungee. It clips on, it clips off. I had it on my G4 set, both the demo and the custom set I had. I didn't like it. I felt it was too tight. It just didn't work for me personally. And it's back here again for the G6. Keep in mind they added a toe bridge this year. So in the G4, kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass if you wanted to install, let's say, like some Pro Laces, some Monster Halls, whatever toe tie you want. It's a little bit harder, but it was doable. The G5, to my knowledge, some sets had it, some sets didn't. They had like a spot to put toe ties in. The G6 this year is gonna have a dedicated toe bridge. So like a CCM Access 2, they're all gonna have a toe bridge, which is awesome. I personally don't like the ARS. If you want a set of toe ties that are built for a bigger guy, they're durable, they're not gonna break on you after a month. Let's say the Bauer, the CCM ones, the TRAVSUCKS Pro Laces, the best, money back guarantee, Canadian made. I promise you're gonna love them. I had one on my Warrior set for over a year that I had my gear. Again, the code TRAVSUCKS will get you $5 off. Real smoking deal. What is that plastic piece in the knee stack? G6 one, G6 options, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try my best to explain them. Kirk Allen, the head rep for Warrior, was supposed to make today's video. Unfortunately, wasn't able to come by. So I am taking the role. I am now the brand manager at Warrior. And we're gonna answer some questions. Time for Q&A.
All right, game on. Hey, look, we're on that TV thing.
Strap on your skate, you're going in.
G6 blockers no longer have removable liners. That is false. The G6 has a built-in or a removable liner depending on what you want. On the custom order, if you're ordering retail, you're only gonna get the removable liner. It's still there. A lot of people are asking questions about the new sliding material on the inside of the pad on the knee cradle. So this is called slide plate. It's a plastic piece, basically goes over top of the knee stack, and it's gonna be that sliding material for 2022 for Warrior. You can buy this as a separate add-on. You can put it on your G5, you can put it on your G6. If you have, let's say, like a NordVPN 20.1, 20.2, apparently it fits on just perfectly. So you can have a slide plate, put it on your own pads that's not Warrior. Matt basically says, I'd love to see another demo day video like you had back when I was playing juniors. This is like years and years ago. I'd like to think for 2022, Warrior is gonna have a bunch of demo days. You know, that flu that's been going around, that's been shutting down everything for the last 2 years, seems to be going away. Knock on wood, it doesn't come back. There should be demo days open in the US, Canada, who knows. But hopefully there'll be some demo days soon. You can reach out to one of your local retailers, wherever you buy gear from, and hopefully they'll have a demo day coming up for you very shortly, sometime this spring and or summer. Is there gonna be a G6 Junior blocker and glove? If we're talking custom, no. On the customizer here, it's just senior and intermediate. If we're talking stock, there will be a stock G6 glove and blocker to match the pads. Can I get a G6.1 glove in a single T? Always wanted to try a 580 since you've raved about them, but will never go to true for obvious reasons. So on the customizer here, the 6.1, which is the 580 brake, comes in a double and a single T. Stock, I believe it's gonna come with a double T, but you can order a custom single T. Why is the Warrior cuff on the backside of the glove so short? That is a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Have they improved any custom options? Yeah, there is. I would say probably just off the top of my head, probably double the custom options with G6 that there was when I ordered my custom G4 set, which is a welcome addition. I mean, you have two styles of gloves, brake angles, all that kind of stuff. I know the brake angles were there before, but a true 580 glove, it's great. It's awesome to see Warrior kind of opening up to that. I really hope that they have custom graphics sometime in the future though. Funny enough, the next question, custom graphics coming anytime soon. I don't know, I don't have any insight into Warrior. I know Kirk's told me multiple times there's no plans for custom graphics anytime soon. CCM is doing custom graphics at retail this year. Bauer has finally fully opened up their custom graphics. Custom graphics on a Warrior set would be really awesome, especially considering the fact that every year it's the same graphic. The stock graphic doesn't change. I know they probably changed a few things. I couldn't tell from looking at it, which is probably telling you that they don't change anything. In the classic, they change a few things here and there, but it'd be nice to have custom graphics. How much does it cost? So this is an interesting question because I could tell you one price in Canadian dollars. I know they charge a different price in the US versus, let's say, here in Sweden versus, I'm not 100%, I'm probably gonna be wrong with this. A custom set, probably with taxes in Canada, looking around 3,500, 3,200 bucks. But again, that's just what I think. I'm not 100% confirming the price for you here. I'm sure that if Kirk was here, he would say, please reach out to your local retailer and ask for a pricing quote. Did you fix the durability with the flaking around the corner of the pads? Yes, my G4 custom set, maybe I can throw some on the screen here. It had huge flaking around the knee stack, and now it's bindingless. So they fixed that so there's no stitching coming undone. Apparently the durability's fixed where it's not gonna have any issues at all. Can you guys keep a smaller palm size? Senior gloves don't fit me except for yours. Yes, Riley, on the customizer, you have large, medium, extra large, and intermediate palm size, so that option should be good for you. Jake basically asked, do people not use Vaughn gear anymore? So Vaughn, the old Vaughn you're thinking of, the V2, the V3, like the days when Vaughn was really good, not now where they've kind of died off by the wayside, that was Pete Smith. So Pete Smith, the guy behind Warrior, where you see on the pads it says built by Smith, made by Smith, that's Pete Smith. He made all the Vaughns, the V2s, the V3s. Now he works for Warrior. You know, Pete Smith's kind of like a Sasquatch. You hear about him all the time, and you never see him. He's never doing any video, any online stuff. He exists. Ryan wants to know, do they give full right goalies the same options as regular goalies? Based on the customizer options here, everything is the same, whether you're full right, whether you're regular. Obviously, as a full right goalie myself, it's kind of a nice welcome addition. We're talking like 3-4 years ago where Warrior wasn't even making full right pro level sticks in composite because there wasn't a big enough demand, or at least they say there wasn't a big enough demand. We'll never know the true answer to that. But there is just as many full right options as there are regular options this year for the G6 Classic and the stock. Airfan wants to know, is the feel different between the removable palm glove versus the stitched one? Now, I never tried the stitched in palm version. I've never had a full right one in my hand on the ice. What I can tell you with the removable palm of my G4 line, I always found that it was a different feel. When I take the palms out, I wash them, you're not putting them in the exact same spot they were before. It's going to change the feel. I'm assuming the removable palm and the stitch palm would be a little bit different. Matt says, I'm finally stoked Warrior finally made a toe bridge and kept the removable palms. The toe bridge is well overdue. It was a highly requested pro option, so it's nice that they finally listened to the people and said, listen, here's your toe bridge. Boom. Any knee roll options? I don't believe there's going to be a knee roll option. You're going to have the stitched on look of the knee rolls on the G6 Classic, but there is no true knee rolls like the RGT2. As far as I've been told, the GT2 line is dead. It's gone. It's just G6, G6.1. Now this is a question I can really get behind. VO goalie, Wayne the VO goalie, Wayner wants to know, can the G6 line bring me out of retirement? I think so. I would love to see Wayne come out of retirement. When will the G6 line be in stores in North America? I guess that depends on when your retailer gets the gear and brings it in, but it should be in May-ish. I know the customizer's launching today or tomorrow. So how heavy is the pad? I don't know. I didn't weigh it. I probably should have when I was at the G6 or the Warrior HQ in Gothenburg, Sweden. Is the blocker more mobile now and not that giant brick that it was in the G5? See, I've been saying for years, Warrior needs to make it thinner, like a vapor, like a razor thin blocker, make it light. They went the opposite way. They made it like even thicker, like a huge, like a cheeseburger kind of board. Warrior says it brings the blocker closer to you. I mean, yeah, but if you made the thing like 3 feet, it would get even closer to the puck. I don't know. It would be nice to see them make it thinner. Tell Kirk I've been trying to get glove palms for months, wondering if they even exist. I have no idea. Did you buy them? Well, I can confirm for you right now, I have a full, not only a full custom set, full brand new everything for 2022, 2023. Already ordered, order submitted. I mean, the gloves are already done. The pads should be done probably in about 2 or 3 weeks. What brand it is, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. Thank you very much for watching. If you have a G6 question, please leave it in the comment section below. If you need some specific answer, you can always send me a message on Instagram. You can hit me up on TikTok. Hit the subscribe button if you want more videos like this, and I will see you sometime soon in the very near future.